welcome to News of the Matrix. I think we're on it now.
I haven't been keeping track, but something like
It'll
that.
be in the title. So, some new news, latest rumours.
Bearing in mind, this is a rumor. Take this with a grain of salt.
So,
Like
this is fake news. This is fake news from the Matrix. So,
there we go. We're not one to shy away from rumors.
Yeah.
It's like the whole Chris Marshall thing.
yeah, I know that's a cringe-worthy one to look back on. But I'm tempted to just put in the comment sections we were wrong. But yeah, so basically series 11 is going to have only 10 weeks rather than usual 12 or 13, but each week will be a full hour instead of 45 minutes. Interesting decision. I think it will help flesh out the Doctor a lot more in some stories and help out flesh out the villains. I think it's got some pros. But also I quite like a large mix of adventures. Like series 10 I loved. Like the further away we get from it, the more I'm kind of like looking back and going, yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, no, I can see. I mean, I see kind of both sides because at times, like in a new series, we've had several episodes which kind of feel like, well, this should have been longer. This wasn't fleshed out enough. It feels a little bit rushed at points. So this should help to alleviate that issue. But yeah, as you say, like the lack of a slight decrease in variety is a slight issue. Also, this means basically probably the death of the two-parter, I'd imagine. Or
There could be two, but then you lose the amount of stories. That's the thing. That was my problem with series 9. I feel like there's sometimes a lack of stories because so many two-parters. I think like literally the way that Russell T Davies had it, that was the best way. And series 5 used it, and it would work great. You have enough individual stories, but you got enough two-parters, and easy.
I think it was kind of an interesting experiment, though, and actually, it did help to kind of bring unique, kind of different kinds of stories, which kind of used the format of having it over 2 weeks, almost like kind of a classic. So
I didn't. Yeah, I liked series 9 more than when I liked in series 7, where there were no two-parters at all.
yeah.
No, that's when I didn't like it. Anyway, the Mirror is from the Mirror.
Yeah.
Add that. Chibnall is, he's ordered a new police box, so exterior is going to change, interior is going to change, and an updated sonic screwdriver.
Which makes sense. New era, new everything.
I kind of feel a bit sad for the sonic screwdriver though, because I quite like the blue one. But
yeah, I mean, maybe it's a little. Well, I don't know if I'd say overdone but it's busy. Yeah. I kind of like the more subdued one of the classic series.
Or just lose the Sonic. Let's do a fifth Doctor.
Nah, I like having it there as an option.
Jodie is going to be the fifth Doctor of the New Who era, if you count the War Doctor as an added-on one. So, be interesting.
Yeah. One added thing is that you said they have a new TARDIS exterior. That's one thing I wasn't quite. I wonder what they would do with it. Would they keep the St. John's badge?
Different shade of blue, different size. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think they would keep the St. John's badge though on it or not?
I think so. I quite like the ambulance badge on it.
Yeah, I can take it or leave it, to be honest. Like, I think it's kind of cool when it was there, but I wouldn't mind not having it.
Police box. They can change everything, just don't change the freaking outside of the TARDIS.
Have the chameleon circuit work again.
Literally, that would be the biggest mistake they could do. I can handle everything else changing, but can we just have one thing which has stayed the same throughout the entire era, which isn't the theme?
Yeah.
Like, just one thing.
They're in the past, they wanted to change that.
I know. Let's make it a red telephone box and just go Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
What was that one sketch? Oh, I can't remember the show, but like they had like a porta potty, wasn't it?
Oh, I can't remember that now. I know what you mean though, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, they add that this is a traditional for new showrunners to come and shake things up, and Chris is going to leave his mark. blah blah blah. Expect something fresh and brilliant with more of stories traveling backwards in time to interesting historical eras as well as forwards.
Hmm.
I quite like that. I like
Yeah.
historical ones. I think with a show where you can go anywhere in time and space, they spend a little too much time in modern day.
Hmm.
Um, and I think we've had too many modern day stories now, especially series 8 was very heavy in them. Or they only go a few years in the future. But like,
Yeah.
it's those ones I like where they go back in time. I think those are the more magical ones.
In the recent series, a lot of the time it just ends up being Victorian London or around
Yeah.
Victorian. I love stories where they can like, go back to interesting, unique time periods back in time.
I
If
like
they have more, they can focus on like some very interesting periods in history. I'm quite
to
looking
be
forward to
fair
that.
though, Thin Ice was a very good story.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that, but like
But
it
yeah. I
thematically, it felt
prefer
like every other historical story over the past like
yeah.
3 years.
I still can't believe they haven't done a Henry VIII story yet. I think that is one which is begging to be done.
Yeah, that would be interesting. They've done Queen Elizabeth, so you know. But Henry
Or
VIII is
or
one of the
like
most.
or like Oliver Cromwell was it? Like
Oh, in the Civil War,
yeah, I
the
think
English
that would be
Civil
an
War.
interesting one.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
Or something to do
interesting.
with Humpty Dumpty, the canon,
Yeah, well,
which is the Roundheads and the
yeah, no, that's just your
whichever.
yeah, that's just Civil War, or even further back, like it'd be
Another
interesting.
caveman story. Another caveman.
Maybe not quite that far, but
I know you could do something interesting.
yeah, I'd say that you could.
Tribe-based ones. It would be interesting,
But
especially with
yeah,
now a female doctor, like a female taking charge. That'd be pretty cool. But like, yeah,
well,
um,
I think in
I'd like enough a Roman story. I love Fires of Pompeii a lot, and I like the Empress of Mars a lot. I just love Romans, and I think that they could do maybe enough a story with Romans.
quite
But then
possibly.
I'm a bit biased. What about like Normandy? William the Conqueror.
I mean, the
Have they
Conqueror.
ever done something with that? I don't think they have.
It's been brought up. I don't remember. I can't remember the context, but something they did something with that at one point, I believe.
Maybe it was just a throwaway. I can't
Oh
remember.
no, no, they did something with Haley's Comet, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know that they've done the Crusade.
And the cruise.
They're going forward in time a lot. We haven't seen many alien planets. Like where has our story like the is it Planet of Evil, the one with the antimatter monster with Sarah Jane and the Fourth Doctor? Planet of Evil. Like where it's just a weird alien planet. We haven't really had many of those yet. You know.
Hmm. Yeah, kind of a mysterious, kind
Just
of.
or like the face of evil, different planet. Just like
Yeah, yeah.
we haven't had any of those really. Just a weird planet. We've had like glimpses of them, like when the Doctor went back to translate the oldest words on the wall or something, and they were just written by River Song or something. We had glimpses, but we never spent an entire adventure there. I wouldn't mind like a story where they're just trying to get back to the TARDIS, like classic era where like they just got. It was basically the first series was they got split up from the TARDIS, and the rest of the story was them trying to get back while also either sorting out the problem or not sorting out.
Minus edit destruction.
Well, yeah, they were stuck in the TARDIS.
Yeah, exactly.
But and then it was great when it was the Dalek invasion of Earth, where they could just get back in the TARDIS, but the Doctor was like, "No, we must stay and fight." That was great character development there.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in the '60s, guys, come on. But yeah, if I do a Dalek story, I want it to be the finale. I don't want to throw in the Daleks too early. I felt with Peter Capaldi, it was too early. His second story, it was like really.
Hmm.
And then
No, though I
Matt
would.
Smith, his third story.
Yeah.
I think that's too early.
I can
Like,
see that, but at the same
the only
time,
time it worked was with Chris
when
Eccleston, and that was reintroducing them though.
when when you're thinking of introducing the Daleks, considering how much they've been used, especially in the new series, they don't really have the impact anymore to kind of be this grand finale. they've kind of been watered down so much that if they do, it's less of a oh my goodness, it's the Daleks, and more like oh, it's
Which
Daleks.
is why they need to just hold them back from any promotional stuff.
Well, even then, like I think even if it comes out of nowhere, people are just going to kind of roll their eyes at it. I think they've watered them down and used them so much that it's like they've become kind of.
I don't know. I think the last two times they've done the Daleks, it's works. So they had Davros return. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was such a surprise. What a lovely surprise that was. And you know why it was good? Because they didn't show it in the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
I mean,
The fucking master. Why did they do that? Why did they show Jon Snow? It was.
but I would contest that it's not them appearing which is the issue, and in fact, yeah, as you say, the last two times have been good. No,
Pilot
the issue
worked
is that
alright.
if they wanted to try and up the ante and use them as a finale, I think that would be kind of underwhelming. You know, like they've had
Yeah.
good stories, but like considering again how much they've been used, it wouldn't be a very effective ending. It wouldn't be very like exciting or mind blowing or
Yeah.
anything. It'd
I
just
think
be.
the problem is it's just the fucking cameo business.
Hmm.
They always have to make an appearance every year in something Doctor Who. That's
I
why I'm
mean-
pretty sure when like they introduced Bill, that was just them making sure they kept the contract.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that pretty much was. Yeah, but the thing is, how they did it, what was it, in like, wasn't it series... Six.
There was
Where
that
they just
brief-
kind of had it briefly on screen to just do a thing and then wander off.
The
Like, if
Doctor
they did
took
that...
the eye stalk, yeah.
If they didn't have them as part of the story and just kind of had them appear somewhere just to kind of...
It worked in the pilot, and then they had the Movellans there, so it was all right.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a
Alright.
disappointing use of the Movellan considering how long
that
it's
was
been.
disappointing.
But yeah, no, if they just kind of had a walk on and walk off appearance for a few series, I don't think that'd be too much of an issue. I think, and then just kind of build up to a bigger Dalek story again, because you know.
You know what
it's-
I do? What I do is have like an after credits scene at next season, and that's where the Daleks appear, and it just sets something up for the next season. Or something like Davros and the Daleks, but only as like like a Marvel after credits thing. Well, the Doctor doesn't even see the Daleks. It's just a
Yeah.
little thing.
Could do.
Like they're like working on a new weapon or something, and it briefly shows like the weapon in construction. That would be something cool.
Yeah, build up a bit of tension, build it
Because
up.
then when you're thinking, oh, where's this gonna go, and then you've got to wait till next season. That's how you do it. It's like in Rick and Morty. They spoilers ahead. Give you like a few seconds to go away, but they brought back Evil Morty when he's overtaken the Citadel with all the Ricks and Mortys. It's a confusing show. If you haven't watched it, it's really worth a watch. Though it's a very good show, and yeah, and he's in power, and everyone was expecting him to be in the finale, but he wasn't. They're saving it to next season, and everyone's like crazily waiting for it, but it's so good at the same time because it's making everyone want the next season, and that's what you got to do. Doctor Who doesn't. The problem with a Christmas special is it fucks up. Yeah, that's what it should be. It should be just an after credit scene, but it should have nothing to that after credit scene. Shouldn't connect to Christmas. Christmas should just start up differently, like what they did with the next Doctor. At the end of Journey's End, it just ends with the Doctor crying, and then the credits. And then the next story, he steps out the TARDIS, he's in Victorian London. I love that scene. Absolutely brilliant track as well. I think it's called Victorian London, magical track. Very good to listen to at Christmas. But yeah, so, and then he steps out, and that's what it should be. They should have this after credits scene showing the Daleks and Davros up to their old tricks, and then boom, just leave it. Maybe rebuilding the Emperor Dalek or something, like something interesting. Or just something, which I can't come up with on.
Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing a new Emperor Dalek.
I
Like,
think it would be good. Or just a new type of Dalek. Something different. Something like a super weapon one with like when they were thinking of changing the Dalek design to the spider leg one. Like doing something like that, like a super Dalek, like unstoppable, can climb upside down on stuff, has stealth mode, But then maybe it could become self-aware or something, and then it like,
Or you know,
Usual
well, yeah, no,
Dalek
it would
stuff.
it,
Or it
or
starts
like
to kill Daleks and humans, and then the Daleks and the Doctor
being
team up to kill it. That would be really weird. And then the
yeah.
Daleks try and turn on the Doctor, and it's a massive.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
or being like, of course, being fundamentally Dalek, like basically kind of what happened in Victory. It could just turn around and just fire on his own.
Yeah, yeah, just be the ultimate Dalek, and it tries to go after Davros and so like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, that would be interesting. But like have those after credit things, and don't always don't. It doesn't always need to be for next week. Set up something for the next few years. If you know you're going to be the show, I think the thing is with Moffat, I don't think he thought too far ahead,
No.
and I think you need to do that at times. Like have a plan on how you're going to do it, because I'm pretty sure Russell T, he knew the moment that he burned the Master's body and the ring fell on the floor, he knew he was bringing back the Master.
Yeah.
He set that up. He thought ahead. But
I think there has been at least a little
I think
bits of
no,
that.
but the thing is Moffat, like with River Song, did he really know who River Song was? Did he really? Or did he just think, oh, it works like this? If I was showrunner, I'd plan like the next few seasons and build like a main story, random adventures, but then build it so then at the end of the 3 seasons, then this big event happened which had been built up.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that would be a brand new good direction for the show.
Yeah.
And with our episodes, you could definitely get that across. My only concern is it clashing with Strictly Come Dancing again next year.
That is true. Who knows? Who knows how it's going to be scheduled? But
Yeah. But anyway, thank you very much for listening to our little news from The Matrix on next season and, those slight rumours. Tell us what you think below. Thank you very much for listening. Sorry for the slight delay on the series. We've been sorting out our lives.
yeah, it's been kind of a difficult
Nightmare.
and it's been a few weeks since we posted any sort of video. But by the way, the response to that last video was great. Like we've been kind of.
Oh dropping. Yeah, there was only like that one comment, but apart from that,
Oh, no, just
it's been good. Lots of views. So thank you very much for watching.
and lots of positivity about that, and
Yeah.
we do appreciate it, even if we're not very quick to respond. We'll try and post something more frequently, but I'm currently working on the main series because we've got all these episodes recorded. It's just taking a while to kind of get them together. Hopefully they should be started posting. I say kind of they should. I'd be surprised if they weren't by the end of the month.
Yeah, for sure. And I've been settling into uni, so we've been kind of sorting all assignments about. But yes, I can get this one out hopefully tonight when recording. Get that going. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you at some point. Boy.